sure can go for some pizza. I do fancy a pizza night. But what pizza shall I get? Hello, can I order myself a large chicken Kiev pizza, please, with garlic on it, please? Thank you, and how much do I owe you? Gotcha. And also, keep the change, you filthy animal. What the? Look, I don't know if this is some kind of sick joke, but I did not order any licorice on my pizza. I hate licorice. It's disgusting. Don't try and tell me to calm down. I just want a refund of my pizza and have a better pizza. Otherwise, if you don't get me a fresh pizza, I'll give you the count of 10 to get your ass over my house to get me some pizza. And if you don't, like I said, I'll give you 10. I'll give you the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property before I pump your gut full of lead. 1, 2, 10. That's it. I'm gonna blow your ass up. I mean, who the has licorice on pizzas, eh? I don't know. Let's just get into my review, eh? Enjoy, guys. Hello everyone, this is Penn, Falcon's Media Corner, back again with a brand new AK Afro Store Review episode for today. Welcome to a brand new episode for the series, and this is another film that was released last year that I finally had a chance to see. I saw this yesterday, by the way. So this is another review for my 2021 series, and for this review I'm here to talk to you guys about today is the 2021 coming of age comedy drama, and that is Licorice Pizza. I finally wanted to see this movie, and now I did, and now I am here to talk to you guys about my views on this film. So, Licorice Pizza. This was written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, and this is his newest film out of his filmography. If you don't know who he is, the guy has made Boogie Nights, Punch Drunk Love, Magnolia, There'll Be Blood, The Master, Inherent Vice, and Phantom Thread, and that's so on. And basically in this movie is that this is basically set in 1973, where we follow these two main characters in the film, where it follows this girl named Alana, played by Alana Haim, who she's a 25-year-old girl, and it also follows this boy named Gary, played by Cooper Hoffman, who he's 15 years old, and basically he's kind of falling in love with her despite their age differences, because she's like way older than him. But we do see their lives pretty much as they're growing up. Like we see them sort of bonding a friendship, sort of starting a friendship together, as well as building up a partnership where they start working together by selling off water beds, and sooner later on we still see them sort of building up a relationship together. So we see that happening throughout the majority of this film. So that's pretty much the story of Licorice Pizza. So for myself, going into Licorice Pizza, I was really looking forward to this movie because of two reasons. Because of the director, Paul Thomas Anderson. I do think he's a really great director. I loved his work. I love some of his work. And while there's a few I have yet to see, which are like Boogie Nights, Inherent Vice, and Phantom Thread, but the other ones I have mentioned, I do think they're of his best. Some of his best works he's ever done as a director and writer. And for another reason I was looking forward to it was also the cast. Bradley Cooper, which I do think he's a great actor. I loved him in the MCU as Rocket and 2018 A Star Is Born, and amongst other things. And you also have two-time Oscar winner Sean Penn, who's a terrific actor. I loved him in Mystic River and Milk, which he won 2 Oscars for for his acting, which those are his amazing works he's done. And you got Benny Safdie, one of the Safdie brothers, which I do think is a really good actor. I liked him in Good Time, which he also directed. And another thing he directed as well, along with his brother, was also Uncut Gems, which is easily the Safdie's masterpiece they've ever done, and still is to this day. And you got Tom Waits as well, which he's a pretty talented actor as well. And for the two main stars, I have never seen what they've done together in a movie, but from what I've heard, this is actually the very first film they've ever done together. So I was really looking forward to see what they can do for a film like this, since Paul Thomas Anderson's a great director. And from when I heard the title was Licorice Pizza, I thought this movie has something to do with actual licorice pizzas, but no, from my scare, it was supposed to be sort of a parody joke and all that. But anyway, so, and I was wondering like when my area is going to get this movie, but we didn't get this movie until New Year's Day in New Year's Day in the UK of this year, 2022. But for my cinemas, it wasn't playing on New Year's Day of this year. It was playing, and I was wondering, like, I was waiting to hear about when it was going to be played in my area until I heard it was going to be played in the same week as the new Scream movie did, which I have yet to review. So I went to see this movie after it was released the same day as the new Scream movie. It had quite a packed screening, but not as packed like, say, No Way Home was. But before I went to see the movie, I bumped into a sort of a charity of sorts outside the cinema, where there was some people who were dressed up as Star Wars characters, which that was a really big surprise to see. And I have a photo which it'll be showed on the screen. And it was a really great surprise to see that. And so, yeah. And after seeing this movie, I gotta say, Licorice Pizza was absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love this movie overall. Yeah, have you heard me say it? I absolutely love Licorice Pizza. This movie was just absolutely excellent from beginning to end. The acting in the film, everyone in this movie were absolutely fantastic and terrific in this movie. The two new stars in the film, Alana Haim and Cooper Hoffman, both of them together were absolutely terrific in this movie, and I can't wait to see what else they do in the future, since they just shine so well for their very first screen credit they've ever done for a movie like this. And the chemistry between them two together is really, really entertaining, and it's I just love the chemistry from beginning to end. When we first introduce these characters, when we see them talk together and see the chemistry later on in the movie, I really loved. And like I said, it builds into a friendship, then a partnership, and then soon in the movie a loving relationship. And when I heard it was a loving relationship, despite the age differences, I didn't find it a bit kind of creepy enough, since the character of Elaine is supposed to be 25 years old, while for Gary, he's 15 years old. I didn't kind of find that creepy enough, because we just see how the relationship deals with throughout the majority of this film, because they're sometimes on and off of each other, in which it's mainly due to the writing talent from Paul Thomas Anderson, which his writing in this film I thought was really clever. It was fantastic and just really and surprisingly entertaining as well. And yeah, and I thought it's easily another one of Paul Thomas Anderson's best written work he's ever done for a movie like this. And the other main stars in the film, Bradley Cooper was terrific in this movie, and another one of his best performances I've seen from this guy, and easily one of his best he's done for his career. He's just absolutely wildly insane, and he's just absolutely amazing to watch on screen. And Sean Penn as well, he's absolutely terrific in this movie, and he's really funny as well as Tom Waits as well. He was also really funny in this movie, and Benny Safdie was also great in the movie. Everyone in this movie were all terrific together in this movie. Also, the direction by Paul Thomas Anderson. It's a great looking movie because of him capturing the 70s era. Because again, this is set in 1973, and to me, when I was watching it, kind of reminded me it felt like I was watching a movie that was released back in 1973, like say George Lucas's American Graffiti, which that was released in the same year, that film. It kind of reminded me of I was like watching that again, but being told in a different way this was. And the soundtrack as well, I love the soundtrack as well. It's got great songs and everything like that. And as for his story writing, like I said, it's such a great it's another one of his best storytelling he's ever done for a big screen, like for the big screen, amongst many of his other works. that are considered his best works ever made. Because for the way to describe the storytelling, it's moving, it's heartwarming, it's funny, it's entertaining. There's so many words to describe there. And just overall, Licorice Pizza, I've got nothing else to say other than just Licorice Pizza is just absolutely brilliant. It's definitely another one of Paul Thomas Anderson's best works, I would say. It's easy in my near the top half of his favorite works. Don't know where I'll put it, but I will probably do a ranking video of sorts if I had to rank all of his movies. But again, I have to see more of his other works that I consider his best. But if you're a fan of Paul Thomas Anderson movies, like if you're a fan of Boogie Nights or There Will Be Blood or anything like that, if you've ever seen any of those movies, if you've heard about his new film that's just came out, this will be the big screen experience for yourself, because I 100% you should check out this movie, because again, this movie is just heartwarming, it's moving, and it's just really funny as well. And another way I would also just to recommend it is also the cast as well, if you're a fan of any of these big name actors in this movie. So like I said, if it is playing at the local cinema near you, definitely check out this movie, because you'll just absolutely love this movie just the exact same way that I did though. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Licorice Pizza overall. I'm going to give Licorice Pizza 5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, it's definitely another best film of 2021 for me, along with other ones that I would consider the best. And while there's still a few I have to review, because even though like I said, I've been busy over the past few weeks because of work and all that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching for my ACAF first review on Licorice Pizza. Let me know what you think of Licorice Pizza if you have seen this already. Do you absolutely love this movie, or did you not really care for this one at all? So, and let me know what is your favorite Paul Thomas Anderson movie. I would love to hear your thoughts on what is your favorite movie by Paul Thomas Anderson. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more reviews. And as always, this has been Foggins Media Corner signing off.